Good day, friends. Welcome to the farm. Well, it is time to... Corn's done. The bee's running. Time for some 806 action around here. So friends, I thought what I would do today, just see, I got a few extra minutes today and I've been busy. The last 7 weeks I've been busy, but man, it's just really, it's really pouring on right now. So I'm going to do this as I have time, but I need to make time for this because I might have, don't worry about that, guys. I'll figure it out. But right now I got a clump of tractor here and I'd like to move it. I got a spare set of back wheels. Maybe get the back wheels on it. Might not be perfect, but they'll at least be on it. And that'll get it up off the ground, get it in my shop so I can work on maybe getting, dismantling this thing some more. Long ways to go, guys, but I think the end product with this thing is going to be well worth it. So let's see if I can get my forklift started, get it out, pick that thing up, and get it more over in this region here, out in the sunlight, you know, where we can all see it. And then I can work around trying to get two tires. I don't even know if these wheels hold air, guys, but at least it'll hold it off the ground. So let's get it. Guys, this might be a little bit tricky, but I'll figure it out. I always do, one way or another. Now, if I remember right, oh, I got my battery hooked up to this thing. Get tired of having dead batteries, guys. You got to put a battery tender on everything. There. All right, let's get you out of the way. Yeah, there, that'll be just okay, sure. Well, like I said, guys, the back half of that 806 is all the front half of this thing wants, and then some. There. Always a challenge. Let's see, I gotta get these forks. In case you guys were curious, it does actually have a parking brake in it. It works. I sometimes forget it's there. That happens when you get to be about my age. Alright, get that one over there. That one over there. Okay, I like that. See if I can scoop that thing up and get it somewhere better than it is now. Trying to get these forks. One here, one there. Come on, baby. You can do it. Close enough. All right. I ain't got Scott here to stand on the back of this thing this time. I know a few of you expressed a little concern about that. I understand. I know what I did wrong. I won't do it again. Unless I have to. Could use a hand right now. I just need it to turn. There you go. Now, I gotta get around here without smacking this barn. Yes. Okay. Couldn't go any smoother. There. That's probably fine. Wouldn't matter, it ain't like I can turn anyway. There, now that I got the hard part done, guys, I can get my wheels. Now, the other thing here too, guys, is these wheels, again, I don't even know if they hold air. I don't know much about them. They were the spare ones that came with that other 806, so I'm just going to stick them on here, and then I can figure it out from there, because those are really on there. Somebody's, you know, I noticed a lot about that tractor, guys, and I know I'm guilty of it too. We all are. Maybe not some of you, but most of us, but I know I am. When something doesn't want to stick, you get that old gun out and you just tack her on there. Sometimes you tack it on so you can cut it off with a grinder later. And sometimes you tack it on so that way it requires a gas axe, a sledgehammer, a jackhammer, an act of God. You know where I'm going with this. That's what we got going on back there. But oh, there's some welding on this one too. Wouldn't be right if there wasn't, guys. Well, let me get Whitey out of the way here and see if we can round up some wheels. Well, there just ain't going to be a real easy way to do this. Oh, man. Tell you what, guys, those are plenty heavy. Holy cats. Huh. That's super safe. Maybe let's just throw a few more blocks under there. Maybe this way, if it still comes down, it won't come all the way down. Enough room for me to get out from under it. Well, that's a lot of blocks. Hopefully, I'm sure it'll all go fine. No need to worry. Now, can I get my forklift out of here? Yes. Well, guess this one's just going on this way. That's one. Well, I promise this one's not going to hold air. That'll probably keep it mostly from falling off. Couldn't ask for more than that. Well, let's see if I can get all these blocks out from under this thing now. Let's just put this back. Let's do this all different. Let's do that. We'll just make a slight change in the geography of my geometry. That looks just fine. All right. Upsy daisy. Sure. How many of these are free? Most of them. Not enough of them. There. Now I get my blocks out. There. Well, guys, I got the majority of the hard work now, I guess, done. So I do have to put the other two wedges in, which I probably should have done. So I got to run to town, get some bolts so I can put the other two wedges in so I don't have wheels that are sitting crooked like this one. Now, you guys, you might notice this wheel is indeed pointing the wrong direction. Yes. Yes, I know. I feel like at this point, if I have an 806 here without one tire pointing backwards and one tire pointing frontwards, then do I really even have an 806? I'm going to leave that one right there. So guys, let me run to town, get some bolts and get some hardware. Let's shove this thing in the shop. Well guys, I got the other wedges on there, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Absolutely nothing about anything I did here is correct. I'm going to need to find some replacement wedges in the bolts or the studs or whatever. These aren't right, and the ones that are in there are all welded. It's going to make it roll. Now, I thought, you know, just for shits and grins, see if I can get either of these tires to take any care. I feel like the chances of this actually working are pretty slim to nothing, but you know what, guys? If I don't try, I'll never know. So here's the trying. Okay, well, that's a big negative. There's a hole on this side that's just blowing air completely right through. So that one's out. This one, I can't really see the stem in. Okay, guys, let's forget I even tried that. That's not going to be an option. There. We'll just go ahead and shut that down right now. No point in pressurizing the whole compressor if it's not going to work anyway. Well, that's all right, guys. If the tires are flat, She probably won't roll over on me when I got blocks under the front end and whatever else. Think of all the positives. Well, guys, I guess at this point, all I can left to do is get the old forker back out, give her a boost up in the front here, and see if I can kind of guide her in the shop so I can start surgery. And there's plenty of it. Man, where did the day go? She escaped me today, guys. Not that I'm not used to that, but you ever have one of those days where it takes half the day to find a bolt and it still doesn't quite work like the way you wanted it to? Yep, that's me. I can buy tractors out of the junkyard that run. Can't find a bolt in this town to save my life. That's how she goes. That looks just right. Now, I guess the big question is, guys, is I don't have a map on this and I don't exactly know where neutral is, so I guess we're just going to pull on it and see what happens and where it goes and how all this works out. And hope for the best. Okay, well, there's that part. Easy enough. Now, will it move? Nope. I should have saw that coming. Idiot. Well, here we go again. Nice and taut. Sure. How about some bolts? Put a couple in the ends of the forks. Maybe the rails have enough railing on them to hold. I don't know. Probably not. It's very important, guys, when you're forking around to use 2 bolts of equal size and length. Okay. Put that guy there. Sure. Okay. And take 2. This one's for the money. Okay, we're rolling. How about that? We're rolling. Gosh, I hope I clear the door. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Guess we're gonna find out. Oh yeah, acres of room. I don't know. That is about 95% not where I want that. I don't know of a better place to put it right now, so I guess it's there. Well, guys, there, I guess it's in here. Be it right, wrong, or indifferent, it's in here. It's not exactly where I want it, but at least it's in a spot where it'll still be easy enough for me to swing on this side to lift all that heavy stuff off of there, get the transmission unbolted and get that off there so I can take it all apart so we can put a TA in it. Then put it all back together with Franken farmals from everything. And finally, guys, have something that I can paint and maybe try out. But hey, at least I got one tire on backwards, just like this one. So I know that it probably will be just fine. And guys, that's gonna do it for me today. This turned into a whole lot longer day than I was going to. You know, like, oh, just put a couple tires in that, set it in the shop. Yeah, it took all day. Time is something I ain't got, guys, but you know what? I'm always glad to spend some of it with y'all. So hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
To him. He's standing right there. Me and him right there, right there. Get this. Hold on. He says to him, I says to him, I says to him, I says to him, I says to him.